Hello, it's me. There's no music today though, because actually, I wonder if you can even hear me today. That's a good. Just oh my goodness, hang on. I think I know what happened here. Audio, right? You can't hear me. You can't hear me. I know. Don't worry. I can fix this. I can fix it. Hang on. I can do. I can do. I can do. Has that worked? Yes. Maybe you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, I think that's done it. Well, that was funny. I know what happened. Yes, we can hear you. Well, anyway, I've just gone to click my button to go live, and it says I have to update some software to make sure that my audio works and that I can play my piece of music. So I normally have my nice bit of intro music, and of course, it says it's going to take 5 minutes to update. I thought, well, I'm going to dive in anyway and just start because you know what? No one cares. We talk about that a lot, don't we? No one cares. But it is the day after the big night before, and apologies to anybody who couldn't care less about football. This is not necessarily a message about football, it's a message about Flip It. This is the time. If you haven't got a copy of Flip It, by the way, well, why not? If you haven't got a copy of Flip It, then you need to order it and then just start and have a little flick through. And every single chapter in here will help you to get the best out of everything. And I had to flip it last night. I did the classic thing that everybody does. We got all excited at the beginning. Oh my goodness, how exciting was it at the beginning? I mean, that was something else, wasn't it? That first goal after 2 minutes, it was like, oh my goodness, we're going to do it. And then we did really well in the first half. And then the second half, Italy thought, right, okay, we've given them a head start. Let's see if we can catch up, which was very sporting of them, I think, to give us a head start like that. And then, and by the way, weren't they tough? Christine was absolutely screaming at the television. I love watching football with Christine because she rarely does sit down to watch, but when she does, she gets properly into it. I mean, she's probably screaming and shouting, and when that big Italian bloke grabbed a hold of, I can't remember who he grabbed a hold of. I think it was Raheem Sterling. He grabbed a hold of by the neck, by the collar, and heaved him backwards. Oh man, she went absolutely bonkers. And then, of course, the inevitable, and then, of course, the inevitable. And I have no doubt at all that Gareth Southgate thought he was doing absolutely the right thing. They'll have thought about that scenario, they'll have planned it. And under any other circumstance, I bet those lads could just pop those penalties away consistently. Then, of course, there's the backlash. Idiots. How annoying is it? Those, well, not annoying. I choose to think about it as fascinating because if I got annoyed about it, I would get upset about it. And upset is not a state I want to find myself in. And annoyed is not a state I want to find myself in. So I choose to find it fascinating that some people would still think it's okay to make racist comments. They must be thinking everybody must be thinking the same as me. And that is the fascinating thing, isn't it, about racists? They think other people think the same as them. And obviously some people do think the same as them, but they think lots of people do. They don't understand that truly, I believe this, the vast majority of people aren't racist. But anyway, they must think that. So they put this outrageous, disgusting stuff. I saw a little bit of it this morning. I thought I'm not even going to look at Twitter while people are doing that. But then this is it. Look, it's an opportunity to flip it, isn't it? It's an opportunity to flip our thinking. And you see on the cover there, that's the story. It's a cloud and it's a sun. When my mum sees that, she thinks it's going to be a cloudy day. When I see that, I think there's going to be some sunshine. That's the difference. Hey, that's it. That's just what we do. So it's so yeah, please tell me where you're watching from, which is always nice. It's really good just to say a quick hello. And let's have a little look at what people are saying. And I'm going to put in a couple of little extra things in a moment. But first of all, I can hear you now. I know I wasn't on. That was embarrassing. I can hear you. I can hear you, Mr. H. Thank you, Lynn. And there's Ian. Hello, it's Ian in Edinburgh. or is it Italy? What was it like in? What was that like, Ian? Watching in Edinburgh? Does Scotland still do that thing where they support Scotland and whoever's playing against England? Do they still do that? I remember when I was young, and it was just this bonkers thing about people doing that, and I thought that's crazy. And Scotland got through to a major competition. I can't remember which one it was, and we hadn't. And I absolutely wanted Scotland to win. I couldn't believe that people still had that attitude. And then we went to live in Scotland, and we lived there for 2 years, and I loved living in Scotland. It was brilliant. It was one of the wonderful, most amazing times of my life to go and spend 2 years living in a place called Mulgai, just outside of Glasgow. But our son, we didn't realize this. Our son was around about, how old would he have been? About 12 when we moved there. And he got bullied every day for being English. And there was a tournament, I can't remember if it was World Cup or European Cup. And he got such a hard time. And we didn't tell us. That was the thing. I get really upset about that, thinking about it now. He didn't tell us. He didn't want us to think we'd made the wrong decision moving up to Scotland. Bless him. Anyway, so yes, Ian in Edinburgh, and I can eat you too. Thank you. Hello from Devon. Hello, Sally. Great to see you. Hi from Edinburgh. Eden. Hi, Ashley. Hi, how are you? Ashley's now going live on LinkedIn. Yay. Felt sorry for England, but the booing and the racist comments are appalling. Couldn't agree more. Hi from Colchester. Hello. Devon was wet earlier. Oh, what do you do? Hi from the Wirral. Hello, Ginny. Nice to see you. And here's Angie from Essex. Angie, you made me properly laugh with that comment that you wrote on Team 17. That was so funny. I know you probably weren't trying to be funny, but it was funny. I laughed and laughed and laughed. Good morning from Wester Hope, Newcastle. Michael, great to flip it. I felt so proud of Gareth and the team last night. I agree. We did brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. No, we are a UK nation. Thank you, Lynn. That's what I want to hear. Tina Smith's here from Essex. And Derek Kreisel's here. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. Hope you had a great birthday. I did, thank you. An interesting thing happened on my birthday, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about as part of Flip It, which I'll come to in a second. Hello, everyone. Steve here and Keith Lee, leg resting. Gareth Southgate, true leader. Despite the result, I agree. Just beating the gym. Big Italy flag flying over the door. Love living here, but it's just a bit of fun. The anti-English thing is definitely a downside. Yeah, I understand that. Howdy from Hove. Howdy. Lovely place, Mulgarvey. Worked there several years ago. If you know Mulgarvey, Mulgai, I called it Mulgarvey for about 3 or 4 months. You know, there's a lake. There's a little lake and a little loch. We used to live right on the loch. And our garden went down. We had a little boat, and I used to row out to the middle of the boat, middle of the lake. Sorry, on a boat. It was fab. It's where they filmed Dr. Finley's Casebook. And there's hello from Suffolk, from Leslie. Hello. And Liz saying hello from Sowerby Bridge. Now, here's the other thing that occurred on Friday, on my birthday. So it was my birthday on Friday, 54. I know you're thinking he's looking good for 54, isn't he, eh? Good grief, Michael. You're looking really, really good. Probably weren't thinking that. Fair enough. And we, on Thursday, had a slight little challenge in our boiler. This noise that coming from the boiler, and we're like, oh my goodness, it doesn't sound very good. So I thought I'll do my troubleshooting and tried various things and looked it up on the Google, what might be causing it. Anyway, thought I'm eventually have to get British Gas to come out. So British Gas boiler maintenance came out. Guy came in, and he looked at the boiler and he went, started to look down. I'm kind of stood a few meters behind him, watching what he's doing. He went, yeah, don't think it's the boiler, mate. I think there might be a water leak behind here. And there's this bit panelled off, and he undoes the panel and takes it out. And water is coming out of the mains that comes into the house. So directly out of the mains that comes into the house. And he said, you're so lucky because it's coming out, that's that hiss, but it's going around the pipe and going straight back down in underneath the house. So he said, that's why it hasn't been flooding out. She's like, oh, brilliant, thank you. So he said, I'm afraid I can't do that. I can't fix that though, but you've got this insurance, so we'll call a plumber. So they called the plumber, and this guy turned out, and to give you a clue, he wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. He, yeah, he was. He came to the door, this great big guy like this, and I said, excuse me, would you mind putting some shoe covers on? And I've got two masks on. And he went, do you want me to wear a mask? I was like, yeah, that would be really good. So anyway, he came in, he puffs in his pants, and he does, oh, I think I might be able to just nip this. Anyway, he nipped it, and sure enough, we turned the mains back on from outside, asked if everything was fine. Yeah, everything's absolutely fine. No problem at all. It's all fine now, but I think you're going to need to get a new, what's it called? Stopcock, a new stopcock, because that's where the leak's coming out. It's like, yeah, no problem at all. Well, how does that work? Well, I don't have it on the van, but a guy will come and fit it tomorrow. It's like, okay, is everything going to be all right till then? Yeah, no problem at all. Off he goes. We waited for 30 minutes before we went into the room where the boiler is. Wanted to make sure he definitely had left and his vapors had left. And there it is, water pouring out all over the floor. He left it rather worse. This is my birthday afternoon. We were meant to be going out. We were meant to be going having a walk along to our local pub and having a little drink outside and doing all that sort of stuff. Instead, we end up clearing up water. We end up having to shut our mains off for the whole house. All that stuff. So by the time we got to Friday night, kind of birthday excitement was shrinking a bit. And we thought, I know there's only one thing for it now, pizza. So we had some pizzas, which was great. Anyway, next day, a guy came along and he fixed it. And we now have a brand new stopcock. Boring the last bit, but other than that, it's all happened on my birthday. Right, who else? What have we got? Hello from Suffolk. Yes, we've had that. Then there's Dawn from Taunton and Ian. 54 is a great age. Glad you caught up. Of course, absolutely, I'm catching up. And hi from Surrey. I've actually made it onto a live one at last. Who are you? Remember, if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, you can say allow it to show my face, and you can actually allow that to happen. Now, people who are members of How to Be Brilliant, later on this week, you will be given an opportunity to get a copy of my book, 17. Yay! Because I'm going to sell the run-on copies. And what that means is when they print a book, they always say they can only guarantee 5% more, 5% less. It's in case there's a problem with the print. So we needed 1,000 copies of 17. In order to make sure that we got 1,000 copies, I had to order 1,055 copies, I think it was. Yes, that's right. To make sure we definitely got 1,000. Anyway, we did get the right number. So I ended up with a few what they call run-on copies. Of course, we sold the first 1,000 in a couple of days. I thought I'd keep the rest and I'll give them to friends and things. Well, obviously, I've not got many friends, so I've ended up with a few left. So I've got a few here and just a few up on my shelf over there, and we are going to make them available first come, first served. So if you get my email and you would like to know how to get them, then please let me know straight away. That you want. Well, you have to let me know. There's a little button to press and you can order one, and we're going to send out those last few copies. Okay, so that's happening as well. And Sod's Law, I'm afraid. Wow, what is Sod's Law? Who's saying Sod's Law? What is it? Anyway, that's my live done for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a brilliant week wherever you are. If you get some sunshine, brilliant. It's lashing down here in Northumberland, but you know what? Flip it. It's coming. It's coming home. It's not coming home. It's coming. The sun is coming. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Apologies for the microphone not being on at the start. I'm going to download that update right now. Oh, there we go. There's Ashley saying, thank you, Michael. Have a great week. Thank you, Ashley. Be brilliant, everybody.